My name is Nathan Bowen, and I am president of Second Star Productions, a community theater located in Bowie, Maryland. Welcome to the third night in our holiday special series, Second Star Stays Home for the Holidays. And this evening we will be featuring songs from movies of the holiday season. And we're very excited about that. But first, I'd like to welcome to the stage my wife, co-host, and artistic director of Second Star Productions, Kelsey Micklejohn Bowen.
Thank you all, and thank you for joining us again. We're so excited to have you back for the third in our holiday special series. If you're interested in getting to know more about Second Star or in the ways that you can support us, you can find more information at the links down below in the channel. Those will also include links to donate to help artistic endeavors during this time so that we can come back stronger than ever. You can also follow us on our social media.
So tonight we'll be walking chronologically through some of the movies that we particularly enjoy during the holiday season, starting off with the classic White Christmas.
Now that was always one of my family's favorites, and we had a tradition that right after Thanksgiving dinner, which usually happened around 2 p.m., we would go out and get our Christmas tree, put it up, put on White Christmas, and start to decorate the tree while watching. It also led me to some of my favorite dance numbers of all time.
We definitely love this movie, and we hope you enjoy these songs, starting off with the titular song, White Christmas. Enjoy.
The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th. And I am longing to be up north. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Snow. It won't be long before we'll all be there with snow.
clear a path and lift a spade of snow.
Snow, snow, to see a great big man entirely made of snow. Where it's snowing all winter through, that's where I want to be. Snowball throwing, that's what I'll do. How I'm longing to see through the snow.
Those glistening houses that seem to be built of snow, snow.
Oh, to see a mountain covered with a quilt of snow.
What is Christmas with no snow? No white Christmas with no snow. Where it's snowing all winter through, that's where I want to be. Snowball throwing, that's what I'll do. How I'm longing to ski through the snow. Those glistening houses that seem to be built of snow, snow.
Oh, to see a mountain covered with a quilt of snow.
What is Christmas with no snow? No white Christmas with no snow. We in the Bowen household are huge fans of animated movies.
In fact, we have 2 shelves of our DVD and Blu-ray collection dedicated to them, mostly Disney.
And we're so excited about this next section, which is largely animated films, that we decided to give it a go ourselves.
Wait. I did not agree to this, and I don't know how to get out of this format. As exciting as that was, I think it's time for us to get back to the music. Some of the most iconic holiday animated specials came out in the 1960s, including
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
How the Grinch Stole Christmas,
Charlie Brown Christmas,
and Frosty the Snowman.
Please enjoy this next selection of songs from some holiday animated classics.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Now I
Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose,
Like a light bulb.
and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows.
Like a flashlight.
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
Like Pinocchio.
They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game.
Like Monopoly.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as he shouted out with glee,
Yippee!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
Ho, ho, ho.
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Then how the reindeer loved him
As
he shouted out with glee.
Yippee!
Rudolph
The red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.
You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole.
You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You have termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between the two of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile.
You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The three words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote: stink, stank, stunk.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. cheer. Famu Flores, Famu Dores, welcome all who's far and near. Welcome Christmas, Famu welcome Christmas, Damu. Christmas time will always be just as long as we have glee. Famu Flores,
Well, we are all in store for a very special treat. Nicole Mullins-Teasley from our cast of I Hate Hamlet is here to share one of her favorite holiday treats and teach us how to whip it up.
Hello and welcome to the 2020 holiday baking session on cake. I'm Nicole Mullins and I'm happy to share with you my tips and tricks on how to do this in one bowl as quickly as possible with a 3-year-old underfoot. We're not going to mise en place. Here's the ingredients. Hopefully you have them in your house. We're going to, like I said, stick to one bowl. Here's the basic recipe you're going to see me adapt for both types of cake. Our first cake is a hot glazed peppermint chip Irish cream cake. That's right, there's booze in there. Feel free to drink. This cake is basically a pound cake on steroids. And you're going to put your dry ingredients in the bowl first. You're going to add your wet ingredients next. And you're going to mix. And you're going to mix until you get to a really good consistency that's pretty close to this. You want it to come off of the whisk or the spatula a certain way and be a certain thickness. And that way you know that it's going to be ready to hold those peppermint chips and also bake nicely in the oven. So now it's time for the peppermint chips, right? So we're going to add these in, not with a whisk. Please use a spatula. Mistakes were made. Anyway, you're going to fold those in so that they sit in the batter and they don't sink all to one level. I'm using a bundt pan, properly greased, and we're going to put that in the oven now, 365 degrees for 25 minutes. 25 minutes is clearly not enough time, but it'll give you a good chance to check your cake at that point and see if it's ready to go. In the meantime, you're going to make a glaze. We're going to use the hot glaze at the top for this cake. Next, we're going to move on to our glaze. So you have butter, sugar, all your liquids in here, and we're have a boil, and we're going to stir it until the alcohol is all gone, or not. Pour that hot glaze on your hot cake, and you're done. Cake is baked, and your cake is already iced. And that's about how it should look. You see the crumb on there is nice, light and fluffy. Don't look at where the chips are, and it tastes delicious. Next, we're going to move on to our lovely, almost but not really a fruitcake. I figure it's the holiday season, so let's try and do something that's kind of traditional, only not. We're going to take this and my basic apple cake, and we're going to adapt that for kind of a fruitcake, and we're going to start with the same way. One bowl, dry ingredients, and we're going to mix from there. One thing you could be doing that I didn't do is you could take all of your dried fruits and you could soak them in rum or brandy or something ahead of time and add those in later, and those would be a lovely, lovely add. Now you'll see here I've got my dry ingredients by themselves mixing up because I am far too lazy to sift right now, and like I said, one bowl's the goal. So we're going to let that go on the lowest setting for a little bit, and when that's done, we're going to take our apples, which we've all chunked up. I didn't buy applesauce. And we're going to add our ginger syrup and some water into this. This is a NutriBullet, which is going to do this beautifully for me, but if you have a blender, you're welcome to use that. Leave on the skin, there's nutrients in there, and we can pretend it's healthy. Go ahead and get that water in there. You probably only need about a quarter a cup or so. Again, I don't really use recipes. I wrote these for you. I just kind of eyeball it. We're going to let the NutriBullet do its job. Isn't it great? If you don't have one, you might think about it. And no, they're not paying me for this. So we'll take this when it's all done and mixed, and we're going to add this to the cake. I will tell you, I'm going to probably put about a cup in, but you may need more. So we take that with all of our other wet ingredients, and we're going to mix it away. On the lowest possible setting until it's fully incorporated. You will raise the speed on your mix as you go through, but at the beginning, you want to make sure it's all fully incorporated. And then when you get to a place where it's fully incorporated, we'll raise it a level at a time and add some air into this batter. This is going to be important because this batter is going to be holding a bunch of fruit. And that meringue type of response from the eggs and that are pulling together to make the structure in the cake will be very helpful in keeping this cake light and fluffy and not that really dense type of fruit cake you're used to having. So this is mixing away, and we should be thinking about what's going to go into our filling and in our glaze. You'll notice I didn't give you exact measurements on that, mostly because I forgot, but you can use dried cranberries, dried cherries, dried blueberries. Any of those dried fruits will be great, and again, if you're pre-soaking them, they'll be full of booze and ready to go. If you are, like myself, going to be feeding a family and people with children, you can't use booze. So what you'll do is you'll take some balsamic vinegar and you'll add that with some water and you will soak your dried fruits in that. And guess what? You're going to get a very similar effect that if it had wine. So you see me mixing faster here. I'm incorporating some of that air into the batter because now I know it's time to start mixing in my apple chunks. Oh, if you weren't cutting up apple chunks during this session here, you should have been. So here's your chance. So this is mixing away, and we're going to now take those apple chunks and we're going to get those ready to mix in this batter. You'll see that the batter is thicker than the other one, and it needs to be. It has to be a bit sturdier, which is why we added that air, so between the structure of the cake and the thickness of the batter, that fruit doesn't all just sink to the bottom. Man, this person who recorded this took a lot of time showing off the batter thickness. Can we move on, lady? Oh, wait, that's me. All right, so parchment paper. I chose to use it for this one, but I'm going to do two types of cake here. I'm going to have a layer cake, and I'm going to use a mini bundt so I can show you how they both bake. Again, we're back to 365 in my oven. That seems to be the perfect temperature in 25 minutes. So those apples, we're going to cut those up. You're going to take some of those caramel bits. You're going to take those cinnamon chips, which are my favorite thing to bake with, and you're going to add them in. This cream cheese frosting will come in useful in a minute. Now, while that cake is baking, you're going to take your nuts, your fruit, all your other fill with a little bit of butter, and you're going to toast them in this saucepan. And then you're going to add in the rest of your butter and the rest of your sugar and wet ingredients, and you're going to let that cook down. You want that to cook until it gets to a very thick syrup consistency. By now, your mini buns should be ready to come out of the oven. You're going to take those out, and you're going to soak them individually. When those are done, you're going to then move on and tort your layer cakes when they come out of the oven, probably in a few minutes. You can see apple bits in this, so you can see the crumb that's expected on the layer cake. And now we're going to take that filling and we're going to put it on the middle of the cake. And you're going to take that and you're going to let that soak in the cake for just a minute. You're going to put the other cake that you torted on top, and then you're going to flip it. And now the liquid gets to soak both directions. So both sides of the layer cake get that moisture and that flavor into them. What am I going to glaze this with? Well, I'm going to take the liquid in that pan. I'm going to take this frosting. I'm going to take about a quarter cup of water. I'm going to mix it all together and then make a glaze. I'm going to put that on top of a couple pancakes, on top of my layer cake, sprinkle my dried fruit and my nuts on top, and guess what? We're done. And that's an easy way to make some holiday cakes. One bowl with a 3-year-old underfoot. Have a very happy holiday in 2020, and God bless us. May 2021 be great.
For this next song, we thought we would put on our COVID work attire.
Muppet's Christmas Carol has been named the definitive adaptation of the Charles Dickens classic. And it's hard to imagine why not. All of the characters, including Dickens as the narrator himself, clearly look exactly as Dickens would have imagined them.
As a millennial growing up in the 90s, this movie is the soundtrack of my holiday childhood. So we hope you enjoyed this next song, and if you haven't checked out the soundtrack or the movie, please do as soon as possible.
Life is full of sweet surprises, every day is a gift. The sun comes up and I can feel it lift my spirit.
Fills me up with laughter, fills me up with song. I look into the eyes of love and know that I belong. Bless us all who gather here, the loving family I hold dear. No place on earth compares with home, and every path will bring me back from where I roam. Bless us all, that as we live, we always comfort and forgive. We have so much that we can share
With those in need we see around us everywhere.
Let us always love each other, lead us to the light. Let us hear the voice of reason
Singing in the night.
Let us run from anger
And catch us when we fall.
teach us in our dreams, and please, yes, please, bless us one and all.
Bless us all with playful years.
With noisy games and joyful tears, we reach for you, and we stand
seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound. Oh, hill again, telling their tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding dong, ding dong, that is the song. Ding, joyful ring, all around. Ding dong.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Upon the fireplace, Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. This Christmas, I won't even wish for snow. I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I will make a list and send it to the North Pole for Saint Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer play, 'cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. You. Oh, all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere. And the sound of children's laughter fills the air. Everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just want to see my baby standing right outside my door. Oh, I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is you.
Children sleeping, snow is softly falling, dreams are calling like bells in the distance. We were dreamers not so long ago. But one by one we all had to grow up. When it seems the magic slipped away, we find it all again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying. Hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste. There's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside and give your dreams the wings to fly. You have everything you need if you just believe. Trains move quickly to their journey's end. Destinations are where we begin again. Ships go sailing far across the sea, trusting starlight to get where they need to be. When it seems that we have lost our way, we find ourselves again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying. Hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste. There's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside and give your dreams the wings to fly. You have everything you need if you just believe. If you just believe. If you just believe. If you just believe. Just believe. Just believe. Just believe.
We have two songs left for you this evening. The first, which takes us forward to today. 2013. Simpler times. Frozen came out that year, and for a while you couldn't go anywhere without hearing
Let it go, let it go. But in our household, we prefer warm hugs to ice queens. So we were excited in 2017 when Olaf's Frozen Adventure premiered.
The next number is from that short, and after that we'll wrap it up with a song from the rom-com classic When Harry Met Sally, which will take us nicely into the new year. Enjoy.
Sure, it's nice to open a gift that's tied up with a perfect bow.
But the greatest present of all was given to me long ago.
It's something I would never trade. It's the family that we've made.
'Cause when we're together, I have everything on my list.
And when we're together, I have all I wished.
All around the Christmas tree, there'll be dreams coming true.
But when we're together, then my favorite gift is you. miles and miles, and I would follow any star. I'd go most any place if it's any place you are. 'Cause when we're together, I'll forever feel at home. And when we're together, we'll be safe and warm. Doesn't matter where we are if you're there with me. 'Cause when we're together, that's my favorite place to be. 'Cause when we're together, it's a holiday every night. And when we're together, then the season's bright. I don't need the bells to ring. I'll know when it's here. 'Cause when we're together, I could stay forever. And when we're together, it's my favorite time of year.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness set for old lang syne.
Thank you so much to all of the volunteers who made this special possible. And thank you so much for joining us this evening and for your ongoing support of local community theater.
If you're looking for other ways to support Second Star, you can donate at our link below, and be sure to follow us on our social media pages.
Happy holidays from Second Star Productions.